This location is one of my favorite places in all of Halo 1. A simple waterfall. Most players ignore it, assuming it's just part of the background, there's no reason to go over here. Which is partially true. But you can go over here. You can walk through the water, splash in the water, go through the fall, or hell, even jump off the side of the map and see where it goes. But it's here for a purpose. And that purpose is to show and impact the aesthetic of Halo CE. And the aesthetic of this game is absolutely phenomenal. Many aesthetics can be used to describe Halo CE. Y2K sci-fi retrofuturism is one I get see thrown around a lot, and to be fair, that fits this game perfectly. But something I feel that would fit this game just as well is millennial mystery. Because one of the big selling points of this game is mystery. From the unknown semi-live purple Covenant ship interiors to the cold, forbidden, heartless Forerunner structures to the Flood even just being an unknown creature, everything about this game is just the word mystery with a 2000s nostalgic aesthetic over it. Now, millennial mystery is a term I just made up a few seconds ago, which I never heard of in my life, but if it is real, please tell me in the comments. But I feel it's best used to describe Halo CE, because so much of this game is just unknown. Like, why do those giant lasers shoot out of the structures on Halo? I mean, we know if we read the lore, they're like part of like the Halo reactivation sequence. But when this game came out, nobody knew. No one knew why this ring was made, why the Covenant were purple, why there was a massive green cyborg man shooting small gremlins. Like, it was all unknown when it came out in 2000, which is part of the biggest aesthetic of this game, is the fact that it came out in 2000. So everything from the color coding, the chrome, the lighting effects, all just feels like a 2000s like music video or PC screensaver. It all just has that beautiful aesthetic of just blue. Blue, as well as green and gray, are colors tied to the Millennium's 2000 aesthetic. Those cold yet calming colors were normal then, but nostalgic now, as they bring a feeling of familiarity and simplicity. And blue is a very important color to Halo. From the plasma bolts to the shields on your HUD, blue is used everywhere in Combat Evolved, especially with the Forerunner technology, like the hard light bridges, which allow blue to be a color of familiarity and mystery. And this game is all about the mystery. Let's start with this cave, which is clearly not a natural formation. Someone must have built it, so it must go somewhere. While being a slightly funny line, because the cave is clearly made out of gray chrome metal and not rock. What she says is true. The cave isn't naturally formed, just like the whole way we stand on. It was made by someone for a certain purpose, which is the mystery of the cave and the ring itself. But if you follow this cave, it leads to something beautiful. Now, this room is absolutely beautiful. From the blue and white lighting enhancing and showing off how dark and empty this place is, to the massive pit in the middle of the room and just goes down forever, leaving the question of why the hell is this here? And not to mention the giant hard light bridge that goes over said hole that just illuminates the whole area and acts as a beacon of attention, making you go, damn, what is the technology of this place? Like, this room is just so grand and mysterious and empty. I love it. It's like a first introduction to what this game has to show in like its Forerunner design aesthetic. Like, this was definitely a shock to many kids, including me. That made me realize this is more than just a game. This is a piece of art, and I'm gonna enjoy this for the rest of my life. Now, the control room is peak for Warner design. The blue glass of the floating platform that has a whole ring orbiting it, and a multicolor large control pad that just looks nostalgic to look at, and inside a large empty spherical room that houses it all. It's also grand and mysterious, just like the entire ring in the Forerunners. The Forerunners built these large structures for others to find and gawk at, to be impressed by the height of Forerunner supremacy. But the Forerunners are a true mystery. How do they build these great complexes? Why did they disappear? And why does it feel familiar and vaguely human? And what was the ring built for? All unknown, yet familiar. And part of that mystery will now be revealed. Now, the best example of mystery in this game is the level 343 Guilty Spark. You start off dropped into a jungly march, which just feels wrong. Bodies lie across the ground, dark shadows are watching you from certain areas, and distant gunfire can be heard. As you proceed through the facility into the underground section, it looks different from usual fauna and architecture. It's broken, which is almost never shown beforehand. Signs of battle are everywhere, blood splattered across the ground, and the blood color just isn't normal. Like, if you've been beating enemies up senselessly the entire game, you've become familiar with the color of the Covenant's blood. But it's green now, and that's not normal. No one else has that. And the mystery just grows. Something else is here, and you eventually find out through an amazing cutscene that a new enemy is here. The Flood. The Flood are the answer to the main mystery of why the ring was built as a super weapon to eliminate them from the galaxy. But the Flood themselves are also a complete unknown. This brown, tan, and bone-colored infection contrast with the millennium colors of blue and green, but they fit the overall aesthetic of the old yet simple art style. They look like something that can only come from the time period between the 3D tech jump and the new jump to realism within the video games. They are beautiful. But while they are nostalgically beautiful, they are complete unknown to the player, a new enemy that wreaks havoc and swarms them. Entirely aesthetically different from the purple, shiny alien Covenant, the origin a pure mystery into later in the franchise. It would stay a mystery as Halo was never really meant to get a whole franchise that eventually got 30 books and made spin-offs. But in this game, they are a complete unknown galactic threat, and this can best be seen with the Proto-Gravemind. The now infected Captain Keyes is a base of a massive mix of bodies and organic materials, forming something that's not meant to be comprehended, yet alone seen. A collective mind that looks like something from the Zen realm. As it pulses and illuminates, its tendrils attach itself to the Covenant command room, like if it's infecting the Covenant ship itself, taking command of the Covenant technology, asserting dominance in the ring. And that is beautiful. And while talking about Keyes, I'll talk about my favorite area in the game in the last section of this video. This is below the crash Truth and Reconciliation. Part of the ship's bottom is broken, allowing its blue-green Baja Blast-colored coolant to leave the ship and fill the cabins below. And it's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen in my life. This section brings out a piece of nostalgia that's hard to even explain, especially in this room. This is my favorite room in the entire franchise. The coolant pool that lights up the entire arena as combat forms escape from its liquid mass to assault the entrenched Covenant forces, leaving multicolored blood across the entire battlefield. It's simply amazing. As a kid, I would stare at this place in pure bliss of the use of millennium colors here. As an adult now, I do the same. Feeling nostalgic of a sci-fi game from 2001 has had an immense impact on my life. So yeah, that's all I gotta say about Halo CE for now. This game is beautiful. It's phenomenal. I love its aesthetic, and I thank you for making it to the end. I'm gonna start posting videos in this channel weekly to bi-weekly, depending on my own work schedule. If you want to support me, like, subscribe, really appreciate it. And if you want, you can check out my personal gaming channel, Jordan15V. Link will be in the description. But yeah, thanks for making it to the end. I really appreciate it.